Hey, I'm Pastor Joe Dewhurst, President and founder of Crossfire International. Crossfire International is a worldwide apostolic network of youth and young adult ministries. We work with churches implementing strong youth and young adult ministries, including cell groups, cell lessons, camps, crusades, leadership training, oversight, and we lead ongoing missions trips to these locations and new places around the world. I've now had the opportunity to travel to 58 countries and 6 continents. And through Crossfire International, we have trained over 2,300 pastors and leaders implementing Crossfire in 580 churches in 25 countries, including 10 1040 window nations. So far through Crossfire International, we've seen over 10,000 youth and young adults accept Christ. And each week through the cell groups, we reach out to thousands of youth and young adults in schools, neighborhoods, and churches around the world. Each year we choose a theme for the Crossfire camps and crusades. This year's theme is Stand and comes from Numbers chapter 16, verse 46 to 48. In verse 46, we're told that due to sin, a plague had started and people were dying. And God was looking for someone to do something. He chose Aaron to take the fire, hurry to the middle of where the people were dying, stand in between the living and the dead, and stop the plague. God's intention for the church today is the same. We're not supposed to run away from where the people are dying, but God wants us to run right into the middle, preach the clear message of salvation, and lead as many people to Christ as we can, and stop the plague of sin. The Bible indicates that when we stand between the living and the dead, people stop dying. We are surrounded by people who are dying. In every culture around the world, the problem is the same. Sin causes death. There are millions of youth addicted to drugs, alcohol, caught up in sexual perversion, and so many other sins. They are lost, blind, spiritually dead, and they need to be rescued and saved from death. And God wants to know, what are we going to do about it? God has called us to stand globally. We are moving our base of operations to El Salvador for the next 3 years. We will continue to lead Crossfire International worldwide and expand further into Central and South America. There are open doors in El Salvador to the gospel, and there are many churches who want to work with us there. El Salvador has real challenges: gangs, poverty, prostitution, and so many youth and young adults who don't know Jesus Christ. We plan to implement Crossfire in new churches across the 14 states of El Salvador and start cell groups in new areas. And we look to expand the evangelistic crusades, planning many crusades that will meet in several regions at the same time, thus reaching many, many more youth and young adults with the gospel. With El Salvador being in the center of Central America, we will be in a strategic location to expand into all of Central America, into the islands of the Caribbean, and into South America as well. We will also be inviting teams from the United States and from other crossfires around the world to El Salvador during the summers to be a part of these crusades, cell groups, and the leadership training. I would like to invite you to stand with Crossfire International in prayer and in financial support. If you would like to give to Crossfire International, please visit our website at crossfireinternational.org, or you could send support directly to us at Crossfire International, P.O. Box 744, Pickerington, Ohio 43147. As a supporter, you will receive our regular newsletters, prayer lists, and postcards. We thank every one of you for your prayers and support, as together we change this generation, one nation at a time. Stand.